Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you are ready to get super leggy today because that's what's happening with this low impact cardio circuit. So absolutely no jumps, nothing high intensity at all. You can do this one in an apartment with no equipment. So if you are ready, let's go. All right, guys, we're gonna get into this one, and it is going to be a bit of a lower body burnout. So it is low impact cardio, but don't think that that means it's going to be easier and it's not going to burn, because it definitely is. But before we get cracking into that, welcome back. If you guys are old around here, if you're new around here, then welcome. My name is Sarah. I do mostly bar and Pilates style workouts. So I would say this is sort of in the realm of bar. It's largely just a low impact cardio workout that is body weight. But yeah, I mix it up a little bit sometimes too. So if you like seeing a nice little variety of workouts, please do hit that subscribe button to come back for more. We are here twice per week on Mondays and Thursdays. Also, down below in the description box, as well as here on the screen, you'll find my Instagram handle, which is just at F2D Fitness. That's a really good place to follow me for all sorts of things, whether that be fitness content, nutrition content, lots of things related to women's hormone health. You can find all of that over there. And then also down below, I will link to the shop where you can purchase my 28-day workout program, the Hustle and Flow Guide. I really appreciate when you guys take a look at that. Buy it, one, because it supports me. It allows me to keep doing what I do. And also because the feedback that I get from it is that you guys really enjoy it. I really love it. I've done that program myself for probably a couple of years since I started developing it. And that is a cycle syncing workout program for women, so designed to help balance your hormonal cycle, which it's really helped me a lot in terms of losing hormonal fat, really stabilizing mood and energy throughout the month, all of the things. So I hope you'll take a look at that as well. But we're gonna crack on into this one. So really quick little warm up here. You're just gonna take the feet nice and wide, toes point forward, hands onto the hips, really stretch long through the crown of the head, and we're just gonna draw a circle with the torso in one direction, and then we're just gonna circle it the other direction. So we'll do a few of these. As you come down through center there, watch that you're not rounding forward. So keep pulling shoulders back, chest stays open. We wanna keep a flat back. So supporting from the navel. And you're just kind of feeling the hips move around in like a little mini circle. Do one more in either direction. Last one here. Come back through center, and then you can even open the feet a little bit wider, still keeping them parallel. And we're just gonna take a little lunge to one side, reach arm up, so we're twisting toward that knee that's bent, and then just take it over to the other side. Weight is back in the heels. Keep going, just moving side to side there, pushing butt back. So don't try to sit forward into it, or you're gonna put a lot of strain on the knee and ankle, and you won't actually be able to get as low into that stretch. Do one more on either side. And then just come down in center, both knees straight or straight-ish, and just have a little wiggle around of the hips. We'll heel toe feet back into hip distance here, and then keeping heels on the floor, you're just gonna bend and extend one knee at a time. So a little pedal out here, stretching out hamstrings and hips. And then go ahead, bend both knees, slowly roll your way back up to standing. And we're gonna get into that circuit. So, circuit, here's the rule. We're gonna do 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. That's a little crazy. I could come to regret that. You could come to regret me saying that, but that's what I've written, so that's what we're going to do. 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. It is, let's see, it's eight exercises kind of to the things. It's just one side, then the other side. But we'll say it's 8 minutes, the circuit, okay? So we're gonna do first time through, I'm just gonna show you the starting exercise and then the 10-second gaps. I'll show you what comes next. So with feet together, you're gonna step on kind of a rear diagonal because we're gonna step to a sumo squat. So feet will turn out, rear diagonal, drop down, come back through center. We'll go to the other side, rear diagonal, back through center, okay? Got it? All right, we're gonna start with that one in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So big push through the heels, sit nice and low into it. So I would always say that if you have a choice between speed and range of motion, I would go more for range of motion, because that's where you're gonna get a little bit more muscular impact, squeeze the butt tight. And then from there, if all of that is good, muscles are strong, form is on point, then you can start to play with increasing the speed. But I would always favor range of motion over speed. So if you're going between those two and you don't know what to do. Because sometimes I'll see people do just like little halfway ones here, and it's fast, but it's not the full exercise. One more here, boom, woo, there we go. All right, we're gonna come back to that sumo squat. You're gonna circle one leg, we land back in sumo squat. Here we go. So sumo squat, circle, land with that turnout. Circle, land with the turnout. Maybe, I'm trying to think if we've done these in a workout before, in parallel. We may have done these before in parallel, so you may have done them with me, but we have not done them with a turnout. And the turnout is a little bit harder for stability. You might be noticing. I'm finding my stability. The more you do, the easier it is to find that. Heart rate is coming right on up. Whew. Few more seconds here. All right, give me one more. Boom. And now when you come to one end of your mat or the floor, we're gonna be in parallel for this one. So you're just gonna do, staying low, little crab walk across, end with feet wide, down, lift to elevate. Here we go. So crab walk, pushing butt back, staying low, feet wide, up to the releve. Do, do, do. This one's not too bad. In terms of cardio, it's actually easier. Keep knees tracking straight over toes. So watch, I'm gonna show you on this next one, watch so you don't get this effect, where the foot is going, but the knee's not going with it. Move from the top of the leg. So foot is never leading that movement. It's always top of the leg, foot just comes down underneath it. It's just something we're standing on, but it's not in charge. One more here, how to do it. And there we go. All right, lunges here next. So left leg is gonna be supporting. All we're gonna do is step right foot back in the lunge, come back through standing. Here it is. So it's a lunge, standing. If you want to slow these down, you can touch, then drop to lunge, single motion up to standing. So that can really help find the position for these, because you're squaring off before you commit to the lunge, which is also just nice for the knees. Once you've done that several times, maybe you're ready to just go straight into lunge. Trying to keep that left hip behind the line of the left knee and toes. So keep squeezing that glute under. That's where most of your support is coming from here. So even as you step forward, it's not a push off the right leg, it's a pull from the left that's bringing that back leg forward toward you again. One more here. All right, next one is gonna stay in that lunge. Same side, so right leg's back. From the lunge, we're gonna lift, land back in the lunge. Fully to lunge each time. Here we go. So don't cheat the lunge. It's not just a touch down of the toes. We go fully into lunge. So see if you can tap that right knee to your mat, nice and gently. Again, range of motion over speed. I don't care if you do 100 of these, but you're not coming low and fully committing to lunge. I don't care, because that's not the exercise. Keep right toes pointing straight forward here. Don't let them open to the side. They may want to, not uncommon. Come on, left glute, hamstring. You've got this. Abs supporting from the front. Woo, it's getting tired. You can see I'm starting to lose the balance, but we'll just catch it. We're gonna catch that balance. Last one here, and step forward. Those same two things now on the other side. So from standing, left foot's gonna go back. Here we go. So you can do that touch, drop, then up if you wanna start there. If you're feeling really, really confident in your lunges though, maybe you're just going straight down. Either way, it's a single motion to come back up. So we don't stagger the up. That's just one good push back up. Yeah, it's amazing how much the heart rate can still get up without any jumping when we're just focusing on lower body. Big muscle groups equal big burn, big impact, even when it's low impact. Almost there. Last one here. And then you know what's happening. It's that lunge all the way down, lifting the left leg. Whew, whew, whew. So come back to that lunge, drop low, we lift. I use the arms a little bit here as well, just to help out. Keep chest lifted. So as you lift off, don't dive too far forward, or you're just gonna keep going forward until your face smacks the ground. Don't do that. Stay lifted. Keep chin off the chest. Push forward through the chest, not the head. Abs engaged. Because that's the other thing. If the abs aren't engaged there, you're probably gonna go too far. So it's not about the level of lift and back. It's more about that motion of going down and then having to push up. So it's more about the right side, the supporting side. So don't worry too much about that back leg. Last one here. All right. Last thing in the circuit, nice simple one. We're gonna do parallel squat up to releve. Chest slightly forward to the navel at the top. Here we go. So sit low, boom, low, boom. Again, I'm not going super, super fast with these because I'm going for big power in that up and finding a little pause at the top. If you can't find a pause at the top there, you're probably not as engaged as you should be in the glutes and abs. So slow it down, find that engagement, tap into it, then maybe you feel like playing with the speed a little bit. But we don't want to bow back. Keep going here, I'm gonna show you from the side what I mean by that. We don't want that. So, where it's all in the lower back. So push chest forward, forward. Shoulders go back though, one more here. Whew. There we go, take a breather. That is our circuit. How are we feeling? Whew. All right, a little breather here. Let the heart rate come back down. My mat, I'm just gonna adjust because I see that it has slid a little bit. Stay moving, do not sit down. Do not sit down. It's not good for your muscles. All right, we're gonna do a second round, but the second round is gonna change just a tiny little bit. The only thing that changes is that we're gonna add a pulse to everything. So for example, the first one, we step here, we come down our sumo, we do 1, 2, up. So here's what I do not wanna see with that pulse. It shouldn't just be like a wild, crazy joint ride that you're only feeling in the joints. Muscles always control it, so think butt, legs, everything engaging there, that's what controls that pulse. So again, slow it down. Slower is better for a pulse, yeah? Okay, feet together here, we're prepared. Remember, we're stepping on the diagonals, shoulders back. Starting here in 3, 2, 1. We can do this round 2, so 1, 2, butt controls it, back together. And the pulse, the like advantage of this one, part of the reason I toss this in is to slow down anybody who might have been speeding through that first round. Because guess what? Now that there's a little hold as we pulse it, you can't really speed anymore. So muscles are forced to do the work a bit more. Make sure chest stays lifted there. We don't want to round forward on these ones. Tailbone tracks straight down. Almost there. One more on either side should do it. Not gonna lie, my legs are Getting tired. Last one here. And then it's gonna be that sumo squat with a pulse to the circle. So we'll do a pulse, pulse, circle. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, circle, land. 1, 2, land directly into the squat. So we're not stepping and then dropping. We're not stepping onto a straight leg. We go all the way back down. Keep knees pressed wide here, so knees over toes. Whew, get the inner thighs. Oh boy. Oh boy. Range of motion for the hip. So we're working the lower body from all of the angles. Really nice one heading into short season. I say heading into, we've been in short season in Madrid for like 3 months already. Last one there, a little shake out. So coming to one end, we're doing that crab walk across. Basically the pulse is just gonna affect the very end bit. So once you come to end, you'll do a 1, 2, then up, okay? Here we go. So leading at the top of the leg, little do-si-do, feet wide, pulse, and up, okay? So again, it's just slowing it down, encouraging us to stay in that strength portion of the exercise a little bit longer. This is what we all want, isn't it? So really, really toning up lower body. Although Madrid is actually, we've gone back a little bit. This week it's rainy. It's still not cold. To be fair, it's still warm. It's less warm than it had been, and it's rainy. All right, last one there. Take a little breather. All right, next one. We're right back into the lunges. Crazy. So basically, you're just gonna stay in the lunge for one extra pulse, then we step forward. Right foot goes back first. Here we go. So again, you can touch. 1, 2, bring it up. So starting maybe just with that touch. Again, if you're feeling really confident with your lunge placement, you can just go straight down into it. But the only thing there is that if it's not straight on, so if it's not perfectly squared up, and you go into it too fast without control, is that sometimes the knees can be taken in a direction they don't want to go in. So yeah, make sure you're finding that squared off position before you commit to it. And again, slow it down so that you have time if you need to reverse course there. So yeah, lots of injuries happen when we're moving too fast through strength exercises. Last one there. Again, we're gonna add that pulse to lunge. So it'll be a 1, 2, lift off the back leg. That'll be the right leg. Pulse, pulse, leg lift. Here we go, come back to your lunge. 1, 2, lift. 1, 2, lift. Low in that lunge. Pulse, pulse. Keep squeezing left glute into center, so tucking it underneath. I think this is the one that kills me the most. Lunges are hard work, and we are even slow here. It's high reps at 50 seconds, right? So nice continuous pace. That left hamstring might be starting to shake a little bit. Mine is. This is also the second workout I'm filming today. The first one that I filmed is actually the one that's gonna be going up on Thursday this week, so you can check that one out. Last one here. Woo! Woo! Barely just squeaked that last one out. All right, we've got those 2 lunge things on the opposite side. So left foot stepping back. Here we go. Touch or just straight down into it. 1, 2, up to standing. Keeping back nice and flat and straight. So that lunge, we're gonna be more or less equal weight between the 2 legs. Sometimes we'll do one where we keep it a little bit more forward. But for this, I want you to shift the torso back with that leg that steps. So we're always centered, we're always nice and straight there. Heart rate definitely up. Whoo, whoo, whoo. It's no joke. I feel like it's one of those ones that you watch and you're like, surely that's not gonna be that cardio intensive, and then it is. Last one here. It's one of those deceiving ones. Low impact cardio often is that way because you look at it, you're like, nah, and then you do it and you're like, actually, yes. Okay, here we go. Back to your lunge. 1, 2, lift. Toes pointing forward. So again, make sure you're always landing with toes pointing forward. Again, you could slow that down, separate out. So maybe you want to touch the toes, then land. 1, 2. Okay, so you can square everything up. But basically, don't turn out that left hip. Hips stay square to the front. That's how we keep everything in line. Yeah, these ones are the real killer for me, I'm not gonna lie. It's the lunge work. It's always the lunge work that you gotta watch out for. The unilateral work. Because there's no escape. I can't just say like, oh, my dominant leg, I'll switch to that one. Last one here. Okay, final thing. Feet parallel. We do a squat, pulse, pulse, opposite or elevate, chest forward. Here we go. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. Pulse, pulse, up. Oh man, this is it. This is all that's separating us from the end. Unless you want to do more rounds, I'll leave that open-ended. You know what? I'll leave that open-ended. So if you wanted to do more rounds, you could repeat as we did either of these rounds. So without the pulse, with the pulse, or here's a thought, 4 pulses. We'll just double up those pulses from here. So it gets a little bit different each time in some ways. Like I say, it slows down the cardio. Last one here, but on the other hand, slows down the cardio, increases the strength. So, I mean, it just mixes it up. So yes, that is personally what I would do here if I was doing another round. Feel free, you know the series now. You could even just take it back in the video so you have the times and you remember the order of everything, but then just go for 4 pulses. So double up those pulses. But we're gonna give everything a nice little stretch out here. So again, don't sit down. Don't sit down. No, permission denied. Give the legs a little shake out here. Stay moving. You can just do a little gentle tap, side to side. And then we're gonna split the feet wide here. Toes turned out. Sink down, hands on your thighs. Take a twist in one direction, pressing legs back. Oh, I could stay here. I could stay here. Feel free. And then we're gonna switch sides. But like I say, you can spend longer here if you want. Why does it feel so good? Except my legs are sweaty, so my hands are sliding on my legs. Come through center. That's the only problem right now. And then heel toe, feet back in, roll up. Let's again, just go for a little hamstring stretch here. So feet hip distance, inhale, reach arms up. If you want, you can take a little back bend there. Exhale, take a forward fold. I was really hoping I was going to crack my sternum just then, but it didn't happen. Didn't happen for me. Let me know if you guys, well, if you're like a cracky poppy person, stay in that forward fold. Again, bend, extend one leg at a time. And if so, what is your favorite part to crack or pop? Mine is just like, yeah, my sternum, like the front of my chest. Doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, what a feeling. What a feeling. That's when I know it's gonna be a good day. And then bend both knees. Not that it's not. Slowly roll up here if it doesn't pop, but like when I just lean back and that pops, wow, I feel like a new woman, let me tell you. You guys who get that pop, you know. All right, on that note, pop yourself open and you can go about the rest of your day. Or if you're doing this at the end of the day, well, I hope it's been a good one. Take a shower, get in bed, relax. If you guys enjoyed this lower impact cardio workout, let me know by hitting that like button down below. Of course, don't forget to hit subscribe to come back 2 times per week, see all the fun and games over here. And if you have anything specific you would like to see, let me know down below in the comments section. I'll see you guys back here soon. Bye.